Alright guys, I'm going to be going over the 2026 Arnold Classic. This video will be about the men's open. I will also be talking about the classic physique category as well. I wanted to talk about Nick Walker first and foremost because I think he absolutely shocked everybody this weekend as he almost won the whole thing. And in my eyes, he did. I think I had him winning a majority of poses. But I could see what they had in Traject as the winner. He came in really improved at finals. And he pretty much looked like I thought. Really big, really aesthetic, really full, good condition. But Nick Walker was just on another level when it came to the mass, when it came to the condition, the density, the graininess. His legs looked really good. His midsection looked decent. I mean, everything about him this year was really on at the Arnold. And I genuinely think that this was a show-winning package. We're also going to be talking a little bit about Martin Fitzwater, Hadi Chupon, and some of the other competitors in this video. I'm going to be making separate videos about, I think, Hadi. Definitely one about Martin, but I think I might make one about Hadi as well. Without any further ado, we are going to jump into this. So Nick Walker, like I said, I really think he won a majority of the shots, and even poses that he's normally not super strong. Poses like the front double and front lat spread were looking really improved on Nick this year, even the ab and thigh. So he was improved in quite a few shots, and I want to go over that in this video today. I believe I'm going to start with the second call out in this video. Alright, so this indeed is the second call out. Martin Fitzwater on the far right, Rafael Brandao on the far left, and then Brandon Curry is in the middle, it looks like. Here in the front double bicep, I have Brandon Curry win. I know the quality of the video is not the best, but I do have Brandon Curry winning as he's the most cut through the midsection, through the thighs. I would say he's got the most separated biceps. He's got the most aesthetically pleasing shape head to toe, and he looks to be the most ripped. And I'd actually put Martin in last. I'd have Rafael Brandao over him. You can tell just Martin's pissed off. He doesn't want to be in this call out. He doesn't even want to be on the stage. I think the guy needs to take a break from competing because he had an absolute crazy crash out backstage, I think it was, and then also on social media. In that front lat spread, I'd have Brandon Curry winning all day long. Again, Martin in last, Rafael Brandao in second there. Side chest is normally a very strong pose for Martin, but again, I think I'd have him in last here. Rafael Brandao looked really good there. Brandon Curry's holding his own, but I liked Rafael Brandao's look the best in that, then Brandon Curry, then Martin Fitzwater. I'm not trying to shit on Martin in this video at all. I just genuinely think the guy needs help, and he's pushing the sport in a bad direction. Back double bicep goes to Brandon Curry, then Martin Fitzwater, then Rafael Brandao. Rafael Brandao just didn't have a great back at this show. His glutes and hamstrings were really watery. His upper back itself was really good, but glutes and hams were really watery. You could possibly give this one to Martin, this rear lat spread. I think you could give that one to him, but I think that's about really all he's going to be winning here. He does put up a good fight in the side, a couple of the other shots actually. Side tricep here I think is one of them. He's improved this pose quite a bit, but I still think I'd have Brandon Curry. Ab and thigh, think you could probably give this one to Martin once they fully hit it in. Yeah, I think you can give it to him. He's thick, conditioned through the legs when he's fully flexing them, when he's not just pissed off because he didn't win and didn't place how he wanted to. You can tell he just really doesn't even want to be there. Like, he just really doesn't care. They're going to put him through it again. Like I said, I think Brandon Curry was smoking Martin pretty good in that call out. I think Rafael Brandao even was getting him pretty good. Yeah, look at Rafael in the front double. He looks really aesthetic. And he has put on a decent bit of sides if he can stand next to Martin like that. Front lat. I'd still give it to Brandon Curry, but Rafael Brandao puts up a good argument. Martin Fitzwater just looks too narrow. Side chest again. I really do like Rafael Brandao. Second look at Martin, I just still think he's too smooth. Brandon Curry looks pretty good too. So it's between Rafael and Brandon Curry for me on the side chest. In the back double bicep, I still think I'm going to have Brandon Curry. He's got one of the best back doubles ever for having one that's this consistent and this winning. I mean, yeah, that's definite win on the back double for Brandon Curry. Let's see if it's still a win for Martin on the rear lat spread. I think so, just because of that extra thickness down the back, but Brandon Curry's pushing him really, really hard right there. Side tricep, you could argue and give this one to Martin. Brandon Curry looks really good for my money. Rafael Brandao looks really good. They all look really good. I like the striations in Rafael's quads right there. And then, yeah, we got a ab and thigh right now. Brandon Curry's looking really sharp. I love that twisting ab and thigh he does. That's always such a good pose. It's classic Brandon Curry, and he executes it perfectly. When he's on like this, it looks incredible. One of the best in the world. And then we're going to do the most muscular again. Martin hits a really good crab here. Brandon Curry's crab is very menacing. Rafael Brandao's crab is pretty good too. But look at Martin's crab. I think that's probably the best crab muscular in the world. But that was the second call out. I think I had Brandon Curry winning a majority of those shots. So you could have argued he could have taken Martin's place, but who knows? All right, back to the first call out. I believe this was... No, this is the third call out. Okay, so here's the third call out. Hassan Mustafa on the far left, Anthony Williams on the far right, Akeem Williams in the middle, and Mo Fuda in the middle. This side tricep right here, Akeem Williams all day long. His side shots are some of the best in the world. I might even go back and pause on that because that's crazy. Ab and thigh right here. I'm not sure why I cut to some of the other poses, but they all look really surprisingly good in the ab and thigh, and that's definitely showing you like the direction that bodybuilding's going in. A lot of the old guys say it's not, you know, the same, it's not what it used to be, but I think it's getting more aesthetic. Like open bodybuilding is definitely getting way more aesthetic. The waistlines are a big deal now. Aesthetics are becoming a big deal, and just being more streamlined in general, I think, is becoming a big deal. Like having that waist come in. I think like Andrew Jack had like a 30-inch waist, which is probably a big part of the reason he won. His waist is really small for being how big he is. Here's the first call out. They're going to put Hottie in the middle. Now here, even in this front relaxed, I could even have Andrew Jack, but Nick Walker looks really good in that. I'm going to take Andrew Jack in the front double, but I think Nick Walker looks really polished here. You're going to see that from him. Even here in the front lat spread, a pose that's normally really weak for him, pretty polished. I'm not saying he's winning in it, but he looks a lot better. I definitely say I give him this side chest confidently, though. It's the best side chest I've ever seen on Nick Walker. It's the best his chest has ever looked for sure in that pose. Hamstrings on Nick Walker are insane. Back double's definitely his, with Andrew in a pretty close second because of the upper back. Just he's caught up a lot. And the glutes and hams were a little bit tighter here at the finals. Hottie could get this rear lat spread, though. Well, honestly, that's about all I got. I definitely see why Andrew Jack won, but I'd like the scorecards to be explained a little bit. Nick Walker could have won, though. Let me know who you had winning. I personally don't disagree with Andrew Jack winning, but I personally would have just had Nick Walker winning. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. This is my first ever show analysis. So it would have been Andrew in first, Nick Walker in second, Hottie Chupon in third. I would have put Brandon Curry in fourth. I would have put Martin Fitzwater in fifth. Mo Fuda could have been sixth, actually, now that I'm looking back at the pictures over him and Rafael Brandao. Rafa in seventh. I would have done Akeem Williams in eighth. I probably would have had, Hassan Mustafa in ninth, and then Anthony Williams in 10th. But that is my top 10. That is my placing. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to do the classic physique as well. Both those videos will drop today. I hope you guys subscribe. I hope you like the video. Leave a like and just let me know.